Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, October 30th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, when my fear gets loud, I lean into my faith. So today, welcome to my world. We have a lot of Scorpio energies going on and we have the moon moving into Gemini. We are finishing up this Taurus moon that brought us the eclipse. How was that for you? As you can see, it's gotten plenty in here. But this energy, the combination of Scorpio and Gemini is interesting. So I have my Mercury in Scorpio. So this is something I kind of like dwell in. The combination has the mental energies, going up a little bit. Mental, emotional energies, because it is the moon in Gemini. And then we have the Scorpio energy, which brings emotional levels, but can also take us to the places of fear. So the combination can make you hear a little bit more, lean into a little bit more energies that bring your mind to fearful thoughts. And so your work is to lean into faith. I said this the other day, I don't know if it was in my Patreon or if it was on here, but I've been seeing several people say lately, I trust life. And that's not something I've ever said, but it's a concept that I like the thought of. I believe it was my Patreon group, and I'm going to take you through what I took my Patreon group through with that. So years ago, my teacher Khufu was like, do you trust the universe? And everybody in that group was like, yeah, we trust the universe. And then he was like, do you trust yourselves? And we were like, nope. He's like, then you don't trust the universe if you don't trust yourselves, because you are the universe. You are an extension of the universe. You are a piece of the universe. And it's the same thing with life. When we can be like, do you trust the universe? Yeah. Do you trust life? No. Life is the universe unfolding in and of itself in any given moment. When I lean into faith personally, I lean into the knowing that throughout the waves, there is a divine plan unfolding. And the best thing I can do is play my very best part in it. And whether I think I'm doing my best or not, in any given moment, I am doing just that. So, see where you can figure out what faith is for you, what trusting life is for you, what trusting the universe really looks like in this unfolding. Now, speaking of trusting life, it's really interesting because we've got this mental moon, and the first connection this mental moon is making is with Saturn, a square with Saturn, a challenge to Saturn, 0 degrees Pisces. You may not like the divine plan as it's unfolding. I can't say that I really love the way things are unfolding in the world right now. It's a little bit horrific. And the fighting between people about everything that's unfolding just makes it feel really worse. And yet, in this chaos, in the trauma, in the challenge, there is a divine plan unfolding. I think sometimes we as humans take like the hard route. We take the detour route. And yet, in my trust, I know there's a place for miracles, there's a place for divinity, there's a place for light. And I know the more that I can lean into that, the more light I personally can bring. So that's all part of my process of working through these energies. Now, as well as that, we are in the time of Halloween, Samhain, the Days of the Dead, which is really a very powerful time to lean into the mystical side of things and trust in how that is unfolding. And so I encourage you in this energy to do that, and just to see how that leaning in can maybe support you if your mind is going a little and spiraling you in and through this energy. This week is overall a little quieter. We will have a Sun-Jupiter opposition, which will kind of remind us of the eclipse we just went through. And again, it's kind of taking us through the last 2 years of this faith-fear process, leaning in to being here and again, trusting this unfolding. And meanwhile, doing your best to have a beautiful experience while doing that. Cards. Oh, the cards are interesting. Top of the cards is a breakthrough. So we have a beautiful opportunity for breakthrough in this, but it's going to take some work. It's going to take some consciousness. It's going to take some dreaming to get past some of this. We have the Thunderbolt. Technically, I believe the Thunderbolt card was in reverse, and so this might be some old trauma. This could also be stuff that's not, how I'm kind of taking it, not even directly, in your life, but just feeling the trauma of what is unfolding right now. And while I think it's important to be aware of what's going on, we also need to know when we are saturated, when we have seen it, and when we need to rebalance ourselves for this energy. And so again, be conscientious of your needs in that. Because it's so funny. Every day last week, I got the sharing card, the lighthouse card, the card that calls you to be a light unto the world, right? That's important. The light you bring into your daily world is important, and it does make a difference even across the world. And sometimes that's the only thing that can be done. But know that it's part, again, of that unfolding process, to be able to have faith. Faith of and in that process. The last card is the ripeness card. And the ripeness card goes back to what I'm saying. There's a plan unfolding. It's just happening. Just the way plants naturally will grow fruit. It has divine little insect helpers that pollinate it, and it grows and it falls off the tree. Like, it knows its own process. Everything in the universe has and knows its own process, including yourself. So trusting in that ripeness within you that is guiding you forth, having that faith, and paying attention to the fear in order to pay attention to what the wounds are, but not getting stuck there, not getting stuck in that muck. So for the next few days of this Gemini moon, be very aware of that. We don't have any other major transits going on for today, so the rest of it's just kind of unfolding, integrating that eclipse energy that we went through. How was that for you? I would love to hear any insights that have come through for you with that. And being present with the thinning of the veils. So I'm going to leave that here for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. Remember that. That also can help you through the fear. And remember who you are. Namaste.